1320 Resonator is now put on. I was going to keep the old one that I actually had on, which was the old 3-inch one, but I decided to just want to take that one off. I can already tell by this, it is way smoother and way quieter. I honestly thought I would have to use 2 resonators actually, just to get the perfect pitch I would want, but I wasn't expecting it to be this quiet. So yeah, I can't wait to get some clips of this thing. So this is the old one in here. This small one didn't do anything. It was just causing my car to be very loud. And some people like that, and I actually liked how loud it was, but the tone was there, but I just didn't really like the loudness, like rasp of it. But this 1320 Resonator that I have on right now, it is so smooth, and I haven't even gotten on it yet. And you guys could probably tell by how I was just driving on that little road right there at moderate speed. It is substantially quieter. The science behind the Resonator is actually a really impressive thing. I was not expecting that big of a difference in tone and pitch overall for the sound for this car. Now, don't get me wrong, the setup I had before was a really good setup, and it still had the same tone that it does now, but this setup that I'm about to show you guys, it is quite possibly the best setup I've had. I don't think I need to change it any more than I already have now. All I really needed was that big resonator. So the 1320 ultra quiet resonator, I would say, at least for the 2JZ, for this specific setup that I have on right now, I 100% recommend. I almost kind of think it's a little bit too quiet for my taste. I think it's because I was more used to the old setup that I just had like, what, a week ago. It was just like really loud. It was like really loud. But yeah, simply, I can't be happier. Literally exceeded my expectations. I think I usually say that for every single thing with this car, but it generally did exceed my expectations. I was not expecting it to be as quiet as it was. I thought it was going to be a little bit louder, but like I said, I'm not complaining. Perfect tone, perfect pitch. Basically, I wouldn't want to change it any more than it is now. Everything is the way I would want it to be. So in a few seconds, I'm going to show you guys what it sounds like. It is substantially quieter, and I'll also throw in some clips from before of how this thing used to sound before I had this ultra quiet resonator on. And also, for the record, this little small resonator wasn't really doing much for this car. And I just got a full tank and I'm already burning it. Man, ain't that a shame?
Like you know my feel like what
So as you guys can tell by those previous clips, the car definitely sounds a little bit more of tone. It doesn't sound a little bit too raspy or like out of place. Now to some of your guys' ears it may sound the same, and to some of you guys it may sound near the same, if not completely different. But all I know is I know that the change is, it's not a huge one, but in terms of quietness and tone, it is a big change, which I would say is overall. So I guess it's just a big change overall. Let's just say that. So I think what you guys can learn from this is resonators do play a big role and have a big change when it comes to certain things for your exhaust system, whether you're buying one or just making a full custom one like how I did, but I didn't do the work, of course. But whenever it comes to those specific things that I just mentioned, so the muffler plays a huge role. Well, I wouldn't really say a huge role, but it plays a good role when it comes to the sound for your car. But really, when it comes to the rasp and the depth or tone, when it also comes to drone from the interior, your resonator really counts. So do not use a small resonator unless if you basically want that thing to basically do nothing and always have drone in your car. You just want like the loudest noise possible. You can just completely not even use a resonator at all, but I want to have a resonator because I care about a lot of the tone when it comes to my car or just future cars that I can have. And well, especially for this one, I care about the tone a lot. So I don't want it to drone a lot, and it didn't even drone a lot before, but this, it's completely a night and day difference when it comes to the tone and the pitch of the car and how smooth it sounds. The startup is just so quiet compared to the previous one when I had the small resonator. So yeah, that small resonator really didn't do much. The science behind the resonator is actually a pretty remarkable thing. So when it comes to your tone, it really matters on the resonator. So you can have a big resonator and have a quiet. I got the ultra quiet, but I was not expecting it to be as quiet as it is. It's still loud, don't get me wrong. It is still pretty noisy. It can make some noise, but it's a lot quieter than the old resonator that I just had on. And it's actually quieter than the original resonator that I had on this car before I just put, the other one on, and then now this one. And originally in my mind, I was going to actually put the resonator I just bought for this car on top of the old resonator that I put on just like a few weeks ago. And I can only imagine how much more quieter it would have been, probably just by a little bit. But that other resonator really didn't do anything, to be honest with you. I could pretty much see. But I still like the tone overall from the old setup. But this setup now, which is only just like one big resonator, I can't be happier. It's a little bit more quieter, but overall, I'd say now it's a 10 out of 10. It's now a 10 out of 10. Now, I don't want to tell you guys what I got going on for this car, but in the next few weeks, because it's going to take a while for it to come here, I have a really good part coming for this car that's really going to help, I would say, complete the look of it. So you guys could probably say in the comments or just say in your mind what it possibly could be. I know you guys are smart, so you guys can think of basically anything. I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to give any single hint or any type of leak that I'm doing something to this car. Well, the next thing I'll do to the car. But I think you guys can already tell. I won't make it that noticeable, but you guys should probably know the next thing I'm gonna put for this car. It's gonna take a while to get here. I ordered it like a week ago. So once it comes here, I'll definitely put it on. I'm gonna have a nice video to go along with it, so be tuned for that. But yeah, that's pretty much one of the last few things I'm gonna do to this car, at least as of mine. Thank you guys for tuning in to another one of my mediocre iPhone videos for my GS300. I'll be sure to hit you guys with more content in the future, but I just wanted to let you guys know with this video what a resonator can do, and just, you know, the few things I just do to this car. Anything that I do, whether it's like a lip or something, I'll just make a video about it because, you know, I'm just documenting and just sharing my process with this car with you guys. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in and seeing that it's entertaining enough for you guys to watch. So I really do appreciate that. And also, I appreciate you guys for getting me to 500 subscribers. Now, I didn't do a damn thing. You guys did it. So I appreciate all of you guys. And it's only up from here. It's only up from here. This is a passion of mine. I've wanted to do it for so long. And now, here we are. So once again, I really do appreciate you guys, truly appreciate the support, and I will always be grateful for each and every single video you guys watch of mine. Now, until the next video, guys, you guys take care, stay safe, and be healthy. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.